and I'm smoking on platinum. Got my eye on the prize so I don't do distractions. I'm coming back.
Yo, what it do? It's your boys Juice and Lua. We back here with another episode for you guys, man. Last episode, we're gonna have that link in the not the link in the description, but we're gonna have that video at the end, so you can go click that. We did our top 10 defenses. Now we're here to do our top 10 wide receivers going into next season, man. It's gonna be real good. So we're gonna do the same format. We'll do 10 to 6, and then we're going to do 5 to 1. So without further ado, I went first last time. I think I'll go first this time.
Man, go ahead.
All right. Honorable mention, Michael Thomas. My honorable mention. I last year he wasn't really playing. He didn't play, and this year he hasn't been in contact with the Saints. The story we're going to have for y'all another time. But he hasn't been in contact with the Saints, so who knows if he's going to be even on the Saints next year. Who knows, but I just have him as my honorable mention. At 10, I got Calvin Ridley. I think him, with Julio being gone last year, he did his thing. He stepped up, and he proved that he can be one receiver. He's been proven in training camp this year, burning up the Miami Dolphins secondary, burning them up, letting them know he could be a number one receiver. So I think he's going to be solid, real solid this year. At 9, give me Allen Robinson. Last year, he did his thing. But this year, he wasn't really dealing with the best quarterback. Now he got Justin Fields, I think is an upgrade from Trubisky. He looked good in preseason. But I'm not gonna really, it gets like the second and third stringer, so I can't really give it to him. But he's showing potential that he could really do something with that team. And Allen Robinson as his number one receiver, I think he'll be fine. I think they'll both be fine. At 8, give me AJ Brown. I think last year was really kind of a breakout. Like really, he kind of broke out his shell a little bit. I think he was 67 in the top 100 players. I think
it was 62.
62. He's in the 60s. I know that for sure. But I think this year he's going to have a better year than this year. Especially he got Julio there, mentor him, show him a little something. I think he's going to be better this year. At 7, give me DK, his old buddy. Give me DK. I'm not really sold on Seattle. They're a regular season team for sure. Come playoff time or around like the end of the regular season, they kind of cool off a little bit. So we're not really Russell Wilson's going to be good, but DK, he's dropped some balls last year that you have to catch. You got to catch him. So I got him at 7. I just don't see him better than anybody else. At 6, give me Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen, he's always been one of the more underrated receivers in the league. And he's been solid. He's been real solid. And then Justin Herbert, oh man, that duo is going to be a top duo. Herbert and Keenan Allen. I think he's maybe like one of the best, if not the best route runner in the league. It's tough. It's real tough, but I got him at 6. At 5, give me Julio. If we're taking injuries out, if Julio can stay healthy for this whole season, I think Julio can get back to Julio, to Atlanta Julio, the prime Julio. Getting a lot of yards, maybe not a lot of touchdowns, but I think he'll be top 5 in yards, like how he's always been. I think he can do that. I think get back to that. 4, give me Tyreek Hill. I don't know who else I can really go here, honestly. I mean, look at the team he's on. Look at his quarterback. Do I even have to say anything else? I probably don't. Inconsistency does play a factor, but it's not that big of a factor where it matters. 3, give me D-Hop. There was some speculation that he may retire just because of the whole vaccination stuff and all that. But he's been in training camp. He's been looking good. Yeah, it's D-Hop, best hands in the league. Simple as that. So you really can't go against D-Hop there. And Kyler is always looking to get him the ball first. Always. 2, give me Stephon Diggs. Now, Josh Allen had the year he had because of Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs had a career year. Josh Allen had a career year. They both helped each other get to where they are now. So why not do it again? I think he can be the second best receiver going into next year. Number 1, I got Devonta Adams. Now we know the whole Packers situation with Aaron Rodgers, the Devontae, the Last Dance. We all know how that. We all know that. But let's not take away from the fact that Aaron Rodgers and Devonta Adams are probably the best 1-2 punch at QB and wide receiver in the league. They're the best 1-2 punch. He can route run, he can catch, he can play make, he can do it all. With the most talented QB of all time as your quarterback, that's destined for greatness. That's greatness. So that's my top 10 going in the next year.
Okay, one thing to note, you left out all the wideouts from the Bucs, Super Bowl champions. Now that's interesting.
I don't see, man.
But I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's the only really problem. I mean, you don't have a Super Bowl wideout out there.
Honestly, I think there's not really, for the Buccaneers, there's not really one quarterback Tom Brady gonna go to, because he got to work with AB, Scotty Miller. He can work with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. There's not really one person who's going to get all the targets. It's really like a mix of everybody. So I don't really see one person getting a crazy amount of yards or a crazy amount of touchdowns, unless it's red zone touchdown to Mike Evans.
Okay.
But top 10?
My honorable mentions to start my list is, of course, you said Michael Thomas. I'll agree. In my opinion, he's top 5 when healthy, of course. I mean, this will be his first year if he plays in New Orleans without Breeze. I mean, even if he's traded, it'll be his first year without Drew Brees. So we'll see what happens there. And also, DK is not on my list. He's too inconsistent for me last year. There were games he was looking like the best wideout on this team, and then there would be games Tyler Lockett looks like the best wideout on the team. And I think Tyler Lockett's a really good receiver, probably top 30. So he's just too inconsistent. Maybe this year he worked on his route running a little bit, his mid to short route running skills. I know he can go deep. He's strong as God's no earth. I mean, like, come on, look at the dude. Dude was competing for the track Olympics in the summertime. He didn't make the team, but he was still competing and trying to get on the Olympics team. But anyways, to start 10, I got to agree with you with Calvin Ridley. I think he has the potential to become top 5 this year in stats, in total yards and receiving yards and catches. Matt Ryan, he's still a good quarterback. He's just getting up there in age. You got Kyle Pitts now, a tight end. I mean, that could take a little bit of his touches away. But I don't see them really running a lot. So Calvin is now the number 1 receiver. I'm going to miss him and Julio because that was a good duo. Him, Julio, and Kyle, that would have been pretty tough in Atlanta. But it's now Calvin's turn to try to be the best on that team. So I'm going to see how he does this year. At 9, I'm going with Mike Evans. Super Bowl winner. He sacrificed a lot this year. Last year to win the Super Bowl, not even in terms of like play, like in terms of money, he lost. I think he sacrificed almost $10 million to get some of the players back. Even more, I'm pretty sure. That's just off the top of my head right now. But he has been dealing with injuries last year in 2020. I think he missed 4 to 5 games. He was one of Brady's targeted receivers over 15 yards, like you said. He is a big red zone threat as well. Evans has 231 receptions to his name since entering the league in 2014, trailing only Julio Jones for the most in the NFL right now. So I got Mike Evans at the 9th spot. 8th spot, I got A.J. Brown. He played really good for the Titans last year, and he's clearly Ryan Tannehill's number one option. They lost Corey Davis to the Jets, but they got Julio. So, I mean, there's another 1-2 punch right there.
Yeah.
Of course, A.J. Brown's going to get the ball off Derrick Henry's way of opening the field up, like a play action passes. So A.J. Brown comes in my 8th spot. At the 7th spot, I got Allen Robinson. Hopefully the Bears play Justin Fields. I mean, Nick Foles still thinks, not Nick Foles, Andy Dalton still thinks he got the starting job. Guy. Yeah, for this year. So, I mean, Allen Robinson is franchise tagged for 1 year. So if he's not happy and they don't play Justin Fields, he's probably going to be out of Chicago next year. That's just my guess. But I got him 7th spot this year. 6th spot, I got to go Julio Jones. I mean, he's still a talented wideout. He's just getting up there in age, in my opinion. I got to see how he performs on the Titans. I expect numbers not to be at, of course, peak Julio numbers because he's got A.J. Brown next to him, Derrick Henry. So I just need Julio to stay healthy, in my opinion, and I think they'll be all right. But I still think he's top 6, top 5, possibly caliber receiver. At 5, I got to give my boy some respect, Keenan Allen. You know, he's been underrated almost his whole career, by the media at least, because he plays in the Chargers. I mean, they were San Diego at first, then they moved to Los Angeles. Yeah. I mean, they're not really a hot team. Him and Phil Rivers, they never won a ring together. They've been to some playoffs back then, but they ultimately never got that far. And he's put up great numbers. He's also one of the only receivers with like multiple thousand. I think it's like five times he got over 1,000. So he's definitely underrated. He's just getting older now. He's still a great route runner. So I got him at the 5th spot. At 4, I'm putting Stephon Diggs here. Now, he did have the career year. You talked about that. But I don't see him talent-wise better than the next 3 players. So that's why I got him at the 4th spot. The 3rd spot, I'm putting Tyreek Hill right here. We all know why. Dude's a demon speed, lightning fast. So I got him at the 3rd spot. He plays with probably one of the most talented quarterbacks I've seen, Patrick Mahomes.
Ever seen, yeah.
So shout out Tyreek Hill. You know, he was once like a punt returner, but now he's a superstar wide receiver. At the 2nd spot, I'm going, and this kind of hurts because, you know, I actually support him a lot. You know, D-Hop, I got to go him at the 2nd spot. He's really good wide out, you know, it's tough hands. People have been saying probably the strongest hands in the league. You said that he has the best catching ability, which I agree with. He doesn't drop the ball. I think that one season in Houston, he went the whole season without one single drop, which is very impressive. So I got to go D-Hop, 2nd spot. I mean, we don't really need to talk about him. We also seen the Hail Mary pass he caught last year. And number one, I think this is undeniable. I mean, Devonta Adams, out of the year he had, I mean, he does have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, but his ability to create space from any other corner in the league is just insane, of course. So, I mean, I think D-Hop or him, I wouldn't be mad if y'all switch him in the comments or whatever. I just think right now, Adams, he got the number 1 spot coming off the year he had.
All right. There goes our list. That's going to wrap up this episode, you guys. Thank you for tuning in, man. Let me know down in the comments. Let us know down in the comments if my list is valid. Is his list valid? Hey, what would you change? But next time, it's going to get good. It's getting a little spicy. We got the top 10 running backs going into next year. That's going to be a good one for sure. I already know. But until then, it's your boys Juice and Lou, and we out of here. Peace.